This is the briefing from Transport Topics for September 12th. I'm Esmeralda Leon. TT Managing Editor Seth Clevenger is joined by PCS Software CEO Mark Hill and Chief Product Officer Danielle Villegas to discuss their new artificial intelligence engine, Cortex. Catch the latest Road Signs podcast at ttn.ws/episode 175. Now let's dive into the day's top stories. Class A truck orders dropped 19% in August compared to last year, continuing an 8-month slide. ACT Research says weak freight demand and economic uncertainty are making fleets cautious. While Mack Trucks started taking orders for its new Anthem, most customers are holding off. Analysts say high tariffs, rising costs, and unclear Environmental Protection Agency rules are adding to the hesitation. Some worry September's typical order book launch could be delayed. Fleets are keeping trucks longer, which drives up maintenance costs. Dealers and manufacturers are also feeling the squeeze. FTR expects a slow market until at least 2027. American Trucking Associations is backing a new bill in Congress aimed at stopping frivolous lawsuits against trucking companies. The Lawsuit Abuse Reduction Act would bring back penalties for baseless claims and help compensate those targeted by them. ATA says these lawsuits hurt honest carriers and raise costs across the board. The bill was introduced during ATA's Advocacy Week in Washington, where nearly 100 industry reps met with lawmakers. They pushed for better rules around fraud, military moves, and independent contractors. Separately, a Senate bill would boost consumer protections in the moving industry. And with a September 30th deadline looming, Congress is still negotiating to avoid a government shutdown. Speaking of the federal government, U.S. tariff revenue hit a record $30 billion in August, nearly triple last year's figure, driven by President Donald Trump's tariff hikes this year. But even with the surge, the monthly budget deficit reached $345 billion, making it the third largest of the fiscal year. Over 11 months, tariffs have brought in $172 billion, and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent projects that number could hit $500 billion annually. Still, the year's total deficit stands at nearly $2 trillion. Behind only 2020 and 2021. Bessent warned that if the Supreme Court rules against the tariffs, the government may have to refund a large share of the revenue earned. That's it for today. Remember, for all the latest trucking and transportation news, go to the experts at ttnews.com.
Spoken Layer.